Here we are for another season at the Ithaca Farmers Market. Here's the pavilion. My booth is way around back. The lake is over there. Too cold to be on the dock today. We just drive right around here. Here's my booth, right by the bathrooms. Let's see what everything looks like in here. Yep, the pavilion's still standing. Looks like a good mix of vendors today. Today I need to move a lot of eggs. I bought about 150 dozen. We're going to put them all out here. They're on sale. We got to get rid of them. I've got a freezer full of pork and a freezer full of pork and beef. But sadly, the only chicken I have are stew hens and chicken livers. We're well stocked with pork and beef. So this is the first week back outside at the Ithaca, New York Farmers Market. We're in a pavilion here that holds about 100 different vendors, artisans, farmers, food vendors that sell ready-to-eat food, and it's about 40 degrees out today. The sun's supposed to come out, so hopefully it'll be a good sales day. This market runs from the beginning of April, today's April 2nd, until Christmas. Hi.
I'll have two.
The tip?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. How are you?
Good, how are you?
That is 3 3/4.
Great, thank you.
Well, I emptied one cooler full of eggs, and now I'm starting on the second one. We'll see. It's very cold, and I need to get out and walk around, warm up a little bit, so I'll show you around. It's pretty busy here today, even though it's cold. A lot of locals come out and celebrate the beginning of the farmers market for another season. Yeah, lots of vendors here today. That's nice. These are the most beautiful cutting boards, and this is not veneer, this is solid wood all the way through. Really nice. And beautiful hats. These are all handmade. Look at the colors. Wow. Nice. These are appropriate for today.
Yes, they are. I was hoping it was going to be a little warmer and I could wear a sun hat.
Oh, what do we have down here? This is my neighbor that cooks Cambodian food. He lives about a mile down the road from me, and he does a heck of a business. Always has a line. And these are the sorts of things that he sells. And cheese. Yum. All right, now I'll give you a tour of the produce, because amazingly in April we have produce at the market, and you have to start with root vegetables that are held in cold storage, carrots, which only get sweeter with storage in my opinion. We got turnips, radishes, potatoes,
Last basket of rutabagas.
rutabagas,
Watermelon radish. We have the Hokkaido radish. It's purple. That's tasty. And we even got 2 last baskets of sunchokes.
sunchokes. Sunchokes, I love sunchokes.
Yeah.
And cabbages, and lots of greens, high tonal greens. Season extension is a big thing here. Get the greens in the ground. Sometimes grow them all winter long. Things like spinach. Hi, Lucy. It's awesome to see greens. This makes April seem so much nicer. All this green. Wow. Lots of different greens. And at this farm, lots of greens too. Is this curly kale?
That's curly kale and the red Russian. Thank you so much.
And red Russian kale.
Yes.
If Ithaca had a national food, I think it would be kale. We always have lots of kale. Garlic, stored from last season, onions, and potatoes, spinach. More beautiful handmade hats. These are felt hats. Look at them all, wow. And always honey. Lots of great varieties of honey. Japanese knotwood, Aster goldenrod. Look at all of the different varieties. Wow. And I got to get back to my booth because I've been gone for a while and my neighbor's been watching my booth for me. Okay, I got that stuff. Well, I guess it's time to replenish eggs again. We're getting there. It's gotten quite busy here. I'm impressed. Especially given the weather. Oh, the wind blows in off the lake over here. Well, actually, this is an estuary inlet, whatever, but it comes off the lake, and wowie, is it cold this time of year. It is. Well, of course, it comes from the cheese. Different consistency.
Do you like it?
I don't like it like bacon where you fry it plain. It's good in other dishes, like as an ingredient.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it tends to get a little chewier than belly bacon.
It doesn't get that crispy.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. You should take one of everything.
If only it were so. Had I done better at school.
Yes. Don't worry about choices.
Okay.
But just the other day in 1980.
Yeah, right. Me too. These are the days that they are laid, and they're good in the refrigerator for at least 6 days. It's just different breeds of chickens. They all lay different color eggs.
Is it $6?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we did too.
We're getting there. I think I might make it on eggs. It's 11:30, and I've emptied 1 cooler of eggs, 2 coolers of eggs. Got some on the table. A couple bags here, 20 dozen. Market's less than halfway over. I think I'm going to make it. And then we have this disaster. Don't tell Hillary. I had an accident.
Ground beef.
They're kind of pricey, but they're nice.
Put them in a pot of cold water. Just get right in the packages. Yes.
I was cut over by a couple people.
I'd like some short ribs.
Long time no see.
Yeah, how you been?
Good. How have you been?
Pretty good. Yeah, I saw it right out of the
Actually, we do these eggs.
I might get 2. I have a big one in this one.
Last bag of eggs. Maybe I should have brought more. It's only 12:30. And I got 100 dozen more left back at home. Oh, I'll sell them next weekend. Look at this little egg. It's real skinny. You guys,
How are you?
it's like the Salt Point is doing awesome.
Wow.
We have meatball pizza right now in your ground beef.
I saw it on Facebook. Last tag is 2.2. 1 dozen. Okay, 2 dozen. 2 dozen. Okay. Now it's time for lunch. There goes my last dozen eggs. They're all gone. Bye-bye sign. And it's only 1 o'clock. I probably could have sold 30 dozen more. Should have brought more. I'll sell them next weekend. Let's head out and look around a little bit more. It's about 1:30 and the crowd's starting to thin out a little bit. We'll go over this way. Well, the sun's out. This is a shadow of what it is when summer hits. But there's some people out here. And some people eating at the picnic tables. Forsythia. I've never seen this color of forsythia before. Pussy willows. And of course we have coffee. You need coffee on a day like this. The stronger the better. And this is one of my favorite places. This is Wide Awake Bakery, and they make the best bread. And they actually have this giant wood-fired oven that takes days to heat up the temperature. There's so much mass in it, but man, their bread is just amazing. In fact, I'm gonna get some.
Which is a German-style country.
That's this.
Sunflower Farmers.
Okay, German country loaf.
And then we have a pain au levain with flax inside.
Okay.
And then we have, this is a cranberry fennel.
Yep.
And then we have some pain du beaucaire and baguettes left.
Okay. I think I'll have some of the flax.
All right.
One of those. I wandered around the farmers market, slowed down a lot. It's 2:30, and I had the thought that, I receive a lot of feedback that it'd be nice to interview the other farmers. And the truth is, it's awfully hard to find people that are willing to be on camera. And it's really a shame. I need to find a way around that because there are a million interesting stories here, life stories of the farmers that are at this market. That a lot of them started from scratch and came from another life doing something else, and just have these fascinating stories to tell. And they're more than happy to talk off camera. But when I turn on the camera, hello, how you doing? Camera shy like most people are. So long story short, I didn't get any of those stories, and I want to try and bring them to you somehow or another as the season goes on. I'm just going to have to figure out how to do that. And this is one of my favorite things. This is all lacto-fermented products. So we've got things like kombucha and kvass and sauerkraut. And this looks like, this is the brine from pickles, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yep.
Our lacto-fermented brine.
And the products will change seasonally, of course, as different vegetables come into season. You can lacto-ferment all kinds of different things, and it's really good for gut health. It's really good for probiotic bacteria and all kinds of health benefits. And all really lacto-fermented means is that it's brined in salt water, and the brine keeps the nasty bacteria from growing, but the good bacteria can grow. I think it's lactobacillus. That's why it's called lacto-fermented. Well, I have 15 minutes left to go, and it was a good sales day. I sold out all of my eggs early, and I sold probably 3/4 of the pork and beef that I brought, and all of the stew hens that I brought. And it's one of the better first days of market. Of course, this time of year, everything's weather dependent. If you haven't seen any of my market videos before, some basic things about how the farmers market works. You have to make or grow or raise anything you sell here yourself. You can't resell. And you have to be producing that product within a 30-mile radius of this market. And they're pretty good about checking to make sure that all of these rules are followed. And there's quite a large organization in the market. This market has multiple locations during the summertime. It's here in this pavilion Saturdays and Sundays every single weekend. And then there's 1 or 2 satellite locations in town where you can buy during the week from the market system. And we're free to sell at any of those locations. The market's composed of roughly 60% farmers growing vegetables, growing or raising meats and those sorts of things. And then about 20% is artisans, people who make various things. You saw hats and cutting boards and woodworking, textiles, you name it. I mean, lots of interesting things. Pottery is sold here. And then the other 20% are prepared food vendors who sell all kinds of ethnic foods and lots of just interesting variety.
That's a good idea.
And that's kind of the way the market's composed. It's a nice mixture of different locally made products, and Ithaca's a special place because we have a built-in population or a built-in customer base in the population that keeps this market thriving. It's a large market and comparatively small town, and a lot of good interest in locally made and grown materials. So it's kind of a blessing to live in a place like this if you're a small farmer. I'm going to get ready to pack up now. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's probably the first of many market videos I'll make this summer as you see the other end of how we survive as a small farm. This kind of business end of selling what we raise. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.